Hi everyone, Abby here. Welcome back to my channel for Tech Tuesday, or welcome if you're new. Now today I'm going to be reviewing the Echelon Stride 6 Treadmill. But before I get started, make sure to hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed so you can stay tuned to all my new videos dropping weekly and so you can help the channel grow. This treadmill is a foldable one. That is a huge reason why I did buy it. Right now you're seeing it in its folded state, and it can go ahead and unfold very quickly and easily for a very fast setup. Now I've had this treadmill for about 30 days and I'm going to be giving you guys my full opinion on it. And this video is not sponsored. I did buy it with my own money here. So I've gone and listed the price on screen for you guys in Canadian as well as in American. I am in Canada here, so it's very expensive. I was able to luckily grab this on sale. I believe it was around $700-800 off when I did get it, so definitely a lot more affordable. Now, one good thing about the treadmill here, getting it directly from Echelon, is that there are different type of payment plans and options. Now in Canada, you can do a split payment, so you can take that payment and you can split it over 9 months using your credit card. And this is not financing, it's just taking the payment and splitting it over time. So instead of paying everything up front, you're paying it over 9 months, which I think is great because there's no additional type of interest. And if you're getting this in the United States, they have even better plans. You could split the payment over as much as 48 months. You can pay like $25 a month for this, essentially. It's expensive, but there are ways to make it more affordable by splitting that payment over time. My favorite thing about this treadmill is the setup was easy. I've had treadmills in the past where it was just such a hassle to set it up. You gotta like wire cords throughout the treadmill and you have to screw on the legs and the base and this and that. This was super easy setup. If you guys have not seen my setup video, my unboxing, I'm gonna link that at the top right for you. Also have it in the description below. But that whole setup process took me less than 10 minutes to get it in the door, out of the box, and set up. And if you guys are finding this video helpful so far, please go ahead and smash that like button for me. I'd really appreciate it. One thing I like about it is that it's very responsive and it's very straightforward. This is kind of more of a bare bones treadmill. There's not really any programs on it. On the left side here, we have our incline. We have little kind of shortcuts you can choose. On the right side, we have our speed. Once again, shortcuts going from 3 all the way up to 12 kilometers an hour. We have a button to turn off the fan, a button to turn on the fan. And then if I go ahead and plug this in, just to show you guys, we have distance right over here. Here we have our incline level. Here we have the calories burned. And here we have our speed. So this is also kind of the time and the calories burned. It does switch back and forth. And then this side over here, you get your heart rate and distance. So when you have your hands kind of on here, it's gonna track your heart rate for you. And then also on the sides here, we do have these little kind of rolling buttons that are very responsive. So you can go ahead and you can roll this forward, and then you can roll it backwards to kind of reduce, and you can change it by 0.1 miles per hour, or you could change it by a full mile an hour by using this button to convert it. Now on this side, control your music volume and also your incline. So once again, you can easily kind of do it up and back. So you can connect your phone via Bluetooth to this. So next thing I want to show you guys is this little kind of tablet holder thing here. So it does go not very wide. So if you have an iPad, it'll hold that for you. You can also hold your phone, but it doesn't go very tall. So this is not gonna hold like foldable laptops. Like I have a Surface Pro, for example, and it won't hold that, it's too small. But what you can do is there's this little area right here that's, I'd say not a full inch, but there's some space here. So you can have stuff kind of just resting there. If you tilt the screen back a bit, it can hold that there for you and you could read it if you want to actually have like a physical book, or if you have like a larger tablet, or if you have like a Surface like I do, a Surface Pro, like a foldable kind of laptop type of thing, it will fit here for you with no issues. Really quick with the incline and speed changes, so that's something that I think is great about it. I'm gonna put the incline all the way up to 10 so you guys can see that there. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put the speed all the way up to 12, which I have never used myself yet. Fastest I've gone is 9, but it does go that fast if you want it to. Once again, this is at the highest incline, highest speed. So you guys can see it gets there really fast. You can see it is off the ground quite a bit here, so it does have some pretty good incline. Just kind of moving it once again is 0.1. If I click the button here, I can change it down by a full. I do like that it gives you a live speed change, where the incline, they don't do that. I wish it would tell you the incline like as it's dropping, as it's raising, where it is. And it does pause your workout, so right now it is paused. You can go ahead and click that again to resume it. And once again, if you do want to stop it, really quick and responsive. Does that within just a few seconds. So I find that the deck here does provide ample room for me. I'm someone who I kind of like usually stay near the front as I'm walking on the treadmill. I don't really take advantage of all the room back here, but it does have a lot of room if you are someone who does have a pretty long stride, 20 inches wide, 60 long. If I'm like right here, it's kind of hard to reach the buttons. So it is nice that we have these here, the little shortcut rollers, because as I said, if I'm back here kind of walking on the treadmill, it's hard to reach this. And it doesn't really tilt that much closer to you. So that could be an issue for some people, even if you're shorter, if you have a shorter arms than me even. If you have long arms, you might not have an issue. So when it comes to the Echelon Stride 6 here, I do find it has a pretty low noise level. I've used plenty of treadmills when it comes to gym. I've owned treadmills as well, and this one is the quietest one I've used so far. I think the treadmill itself very quiet when it's running, and when it's even adjusting from incline or speed, going up or down, very quiet. I'll just show you guys an example of what that sounds like with me walking on this. I'd say it's pretty sturdy when I'm standing on the sides. And now I'm going to turn it up to 3 miles an hour. So the treadmill itself, pretty quiet. You do hear your steps though, so keep that in mind. And if I do go ahead and turn up the incline, just so you guys hear what that sounds like again. See, it is rising, and you could hardly hear anything from the incline rising and from the incline going down. So it did rise up to 3, very silent. And if I go ahead and change the speed, very quiet. Now, I am more of a walker, not so much a runner. You can run on this, but I don't. I usually do speed walking at an incline. I do find that it provides decent cushioning. This is not, an extra cushioned deck by any means when it comes to the treadmill here, but I find it does a pretty good job. It doesn't really feel quite the same as walking on concrete outside, which I like. I want extra cushion in there. I want that cushion for my knees, for my joints. Walking on it, running on it, I don't really have an issue with discomfort myself. I think it's pretty good. I did find out the customer service, one of the questions I asked was about the warranty, because they don't advertise the warranty anywhere. They just kind of talk about, oh, if you join our Echelon membership, you get warranty up to 5 years. But mind you, the membership is like $300 Canadian plus tax a year. So that's a lot of money just to pay to use, subscription service. That wasn't something I was gonna do. I bought this one here because I don't want to do any subscription fees. I just wanted a simple treadmill. But I did find out that the warranty that comes with this is a 1-year warranty. You do have an option to buy an additional year of warranty for, I believe it's $79 Canadian, and in America you have an option to buy up to an additional 2 years of warranty. So you can get extra warranty in addition to what it just comes with for an extra charge. Yeah, it's not great just having a 1-year warranty off the bat for a treadmill that's this expensive. And they didn't tell me if that warranty included parts and labor, or if it's just parts. Like, I don't really know. They didn't really give me much information. Also, they do have a 30-day return policy. So if you're someone who's curious but you don't know if you're gonna love it, if it's gonna work for you, you do have 30 days from the delivery date to test it out. And you do have to return it within like new, kind of, they say resellable conditions. So you can't go ahead and like mess it up or run like 100 miles on it and then want to return it. So I would just, maybe buy it, test it out, see if it's for you or not, maybe a few days, and you do have that option to return if you want to. So I do think that is pretty nice because, not all of us like the same things. It might have too much cushion for someone, too little for another. Maybe some people won't like the operation when you get it, some people will. So it's nice that you do have the option there. So for the Bluetooth, as you guys can hear, it is paired. So the audio on here is actually really good in my experience. It gets pretty loud. It doesn't have the best bass, but it's clear and it just sounds good in my opinion. Welcome if you're new. Now today, I'm gonna be reviewing Venu Garmin Vivoactive 5. So I can control the volume from my phone, turning it up or down. Not already subscribed, so you can stay tuned to all my new videos dropping weekly. And I can also use this. So I did miss my last video. I have done a comparison of this. And it actually pulls up the audio on my phone when I am kind of scrolling up and down here. You'll find that video linked in the description below, which you can check out when you're done watching. I'm just gonna play some like copyright-free music, just to give you guys another example. Max volume. This is like about halfway. And this is very quiet. So the music here sounds nice and clear, and I do love that we can use this as a volume as well as your incline just by pressing the button here. It does change to green or blue. Blue is incline, green is the volume, and the same thing over there. Blue is like by 0.1. Miles per hour, and then the green is a full mile or full kilometer an hour. And the Bluetooth connection does work well, and you don't need to have any type of subscription or anything to use the Bluetooth. You just need to connect your phone or your other device to it, and it will play that music or video or podcast, whatever you're listening to or watching. Now when it comes to the aesthetics of this treadmill, I think it looks pretty good. I wouldn't say it's like super pretty, but I think it looks good. This is something that I wouldn't mind having in a living room, in a bedroom. I don't think it's ugly or clunky looking at all. So what do you guys think? Do you like the look of this treadmill? And once again, if you don't love the look, if you don't want it out all the time, you can go ahead and fold it to put it away. It does compact, small enough to fit under most beds, which is fantastic. So before I collapse it, I'm gonna need to put this display down. It's supposed to be in kind of a horizontal position. And now I'm gonna go ahead and tilt this down. There's two buttons on the sides. And finally, there's a little latch here you're gonna step on. And it does drop. There's some hydraulics there, but they're not amazing. So I usually would try to hold it as I'm lowering it. So that's super quick. You can fold it up if you want to, out of the way. And you can go ahead and kind of pick it up, roll it, and put it wherever you want it. If you want it stored against the wall, or if you want it pushed under a bed, you can do that. If you are gonna do this, definitely set up that wall strap so you can have it holding this so it won't fall on you and damage your floors or hurt yourself, your children, your pets, anything like that. So now I'm gonna get into some cons I've noticed about this. The first con for me is it's expensive. So I like the design of it, that it is foldable, it's compact, that it has automatic incline, and I like that it's responsive. But the price is just so high. I would not recommend grabbing this on regular price. I did pick it up on sale myself. I would highly recommend if you're planning on getting this to wait for a sale. I saw from going on the Echelon website that they have a sale usually like once a month, if not every other month. There's usually some kind of promotion going, so definitely don't buy this at regular price because it's way too much money. So the next con for me would be the fan. Now this does have a built-in fan. This is what the fan sounds like. And the thing I don't like about the fan is it's super loud, but you honestly hardly feel anything. Like right now, I'm at the back of the treadmill, I feel nothing. If I walk closer, nothing. I literally have to be right here, like legitimately an inch away from the treadmill to feel anything. And even though I'm this close, I just feel like a very slight breeze. There's no option to go ahead and turn up the fan speed to make it higher. It's just at where it is. And the fan, unfortunately, is very weak. So for me, it's kind of pointless. I would find myself just using like a stand fan I have nearby and pointing that towards me as I'm on the treadmill because this is honestly useless. Another con for me would be Echelon's customer service. Now, I reached out to Echelon a couple of times before ordering this because I did want to, you know, ask a bunch of questions, the warranty, about the delivery time, about everything. And the customer service is very hit or miss. Sometimes you get people who are nice, responsive, helpful, and sometimes you get people who are literally just super rude. If they don't know the answer, instead of saying like, let me find the answer, they literally will just stop responding. And it was the same on the phone versus in chat. And it was just very frustrating. And everything with them is so long. Like if I want a response, sometimes I'd have to email them, I'd have to call them and they're like, oh, someone will get back to you, and nobody gets back to me. It's just a lot of following up on questions. So that's something that makes me a little bit apprehensive, making me like, do I want to keep this? Because there are some things I don't like about it. This is something that is quite expensive. Now, another con for me is that for this price of a treadmill, it comes with no preset programs. So for me, that is very disappointing because if you're spending like $2,000 on a treadmill or more, even over $1,000, a lot of these treadmills at this price point do come with built-in programs. So for me, that's like okay that I don't have that because I wanted something basic. But for my fiance, for example, he does like to use programs at the gym, and a lot of people do, especially if you're more of a beginner and you don't know what you want to do. It's easy to just say, oh, I'm going to do this program and like click on something and say, I'm going to do the hills program. The treadmill just automatically adjusts the speed and the incline for you. You can't do that here, so it's disappointing. And even if you do go ahead and pay for Echelon's membership, you still don't have the treadmill automatically adjusting for you. You have to do it yourself. So that is definitely disappointing to me that there's no built-in programs. I feel like they easily could have added like a couple buttons just for like maybe a hill mode, a calorie burn, a fat loss, something. Something that I have noticed is that this does wobble a bit if I'm walking really fast and if I'm walking up here. And if I do jog or run, it definitely does wobble. Like the display wobbles a little bit and then the arms. So that's something that I personally don't love. It hasn't impacted functionality at all, but it's something that I did notice and something that, you know, I don't want for a treadmill to have, especially something at this price point. It just feels a little bit less solid than I thought it would. And another thing I don't like about this is the heart rate sensor. I find it's off. It often comes up like way too low. So you see it says 76, 80. If I look at my smartwatch at the same time, my smartwatch is showing 120. I don't know if you guys could see that, but my smartwatch has 120. The heart rate sensor for me does need work. And all right, guys, considering the price, the quality, the customer service, the setup, the ease of use, portability, and everything like that, I would go ahead and give this an 8.5 out of 10. And I definitely do give it a thumbs up. So if you guys are interested in picking up the Echelon Stride 6 treadmill here, I've gone ahead and left a link down in the description for you to use. And if there's anything I missed today that you want to know, just go ahead and drop a comment below. I do read all the comments, so I'll definitely get back to you. Consider subscribing because I do drop new videos every week. And if you want to help support the channel, you can go ahead and leave me a super thanks down below. It will go towards creating new content for you. And that's all I have for today. Thanks for watching, and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.